Hello everybody, Mr. Terry here again with another episode of BeamNG Drive Career Mode with the RLS Career Overhaul mod, as well as others listed down in the description like Tyre, Thermals, and Wear, the RLS Career Collection mod, so on and so forth. If you're interested, go ahead and take a look down there though. Today's episode, I wanted to kind of look at, we had gotten some money last episode. I wanted to look towards getting a vehicle to kind of drive around when we're doing the missions and some stuff like that. That would be a little bit more on the fuel efficient side. Did a little bit of tinkering on the side in free roam, of course, to see, what it looks like for vehicles that'll get decent fuel mileage. And I mean, I don't know if something's changed because of RLS itself or in BeamNG, but it seems like basically all vehicles, I set it to 45. I set the cruise control. I got a little UI app. It could be the UI app, but I'm not sure. And they're sit around like 10 to 15 miles per gallon, sitting at 45 with the cruise control and lowest gear or second lowest gear. It doesn't really make a difference. There was one that did pretty good, but I doubt that we have that in here, at least as of currently. Now, I thought about looking in the junk stuff, but I don't think it's going to be in here. No, you could get this until a bad idea if you really wanted to go crazy, but maybe when we get some more storage space, we could look into that. Kind of doing a restoration build type of a deal, but maybe, we'll take a look. Otherwise, I'm not sure that I have really seen how there is one right here, 16A Astro, which that default wasn't great, but there was a motor that I could put into it that did pretty decent. Let's take a taxi on over. Take a look at this vehicle. See what it looks like. See how it is. You may have also noticed, and I may not have said anything right away, I added in another mod. I have this also in the vanilla playthrough added. That episode should be coming out Friday. Go through and kind of talk about stuff like that. So vanillas, I'm hoping to get out on Friday. And then RLS content Monday, Thursday, and Saturday, as well as extra videos on other days. So, kind of keep a little bit there. But yes, this Control Alt W is MK's dynamic weather control, so we can see wind bursts and all that stuff. We could even turn on tornadoes if we wanted to. This is a decorative slider, apparently. So road conditions, we could change like that. So this is mainly something for when we're going to not be doing missions. When we are, I'll have to hit Alt W and turn it off and all that kind of stuff. But at least while we're driving around, we can kind of see some of the stuff here. We could put in different events and everything and take a look. It kind of brings in a little bit of extra. Now, if only we could get it to where, like, the wipers and all that kind of stuff would work. We get puddles, that would be great. But this is vanilla BeamNG that has the rain and all the controls to do that kind of a deal. So there is that. That's pretty awesome. Now, a little car to kind of get around here wouldn't be too bad. I think this guy just seems fine here. Take. This will fill up our slots right now, but this will give us something to kind of drive around. And we did some of the police chase stuff last episode. I was contemplating doing some more on the sake that it would allow us to probably build up a good bit more money. Yeah, our other vehicle, now it'll show it here. Okay, I don't know if it's default or not, but hey, I like that because then I can see where my other vehicles are. So if I wanted to, I have a truck and trailer, I could try loading the car on and so forth, but yeah, let's see. Strip sprots, all that kind of stuff. There we are. It's this tab. So we got a couple. We got dangerous speeds. That one is where at? Okay, right here. Otherwise, there is escape from home, which is actually a little bit closer on the way, kind of a deal. Let's go there first. Oh, it got dark. Like really dark. And I've got to remember, I always forget this until I'm already recording, but we got to set it so nighttime is a little bit brighter. So let's take a look into the sun sky group. You can kind of see how we do this. So 45, ooh, it's turned red. 45, now it's green. 45. So that should help kind of bring a little bit of light in at night here. If I bring up the phone, make sure our time of day is also playing. Controller doesn't work while that's up. I don't think it is. Because we got 10:12 p.m., which is not my time. If that's game time, that may need to get adjusted, so go ahead and take this little, it's basically like a older Volkswagen. I wanted to say like a Golf, but more like a Rabbit. It is just an automatic, so nothing crazy, but this should be a little bit more fuel efficient for us once I get the motor swapped in. But first gonna go ahead and try looking at getting a little bit more money back into our pockets here after buying this. 10 grand should be pretty easy to come by with these missions though. There we go. I mean, it drives pretty good. It feels like a bit of an old car. What I can feel, I mean, I don't actually have a direct feeling to anything, but we are only in kilometers per hour. You can see up in the top left as well, I got the frame rate up and our wind bursts are up over there as well. We're just going to kind of skip through that, try to help keep some speed. One thing I did want to change UI apps. Let's go ahead and pull the frame rate out. So that, Alt W to hide the weather. And then just because these sit in here, we're going to go ahead and put those away. In the cockpit mode, I believe the police info, speed limit, and all that kind of a deal down there. I wish there was a way to like invert so that way basically show only in cockpit, because then I would definitely be adding some stuff to that, but that way when we're in here we get a little less clutter on the screen and see a little bit better here. Yeah, so we'll do this mission. We're just killing the weather in between there. Oh yeah, roads are wet. Can't quite brake as well. You kind of hear it sliding a little bit there. A little bit different than a traditional screech, a lot more towards how it actually would sound. Right, so this one, ETK 800 series, we got to escape. And, I mean, ideally under 2 minutes and a perfect escape. That would be awesome. All right, let's get that loading in here. All right, here we are. We hit Alt W, dynamic weather is disabled. Does seem to kind of be a little bit broken that way, so we're going to go for sunny. And it didn't change anything there, so I guess we're going to try and see how the rain does here. Also need to turn that to sport mode there, and we can get rid of the menu there. So I might not run this in the future episodes, we'll kind of see, because yeah. I could not stop for nothing. So let's go ahead. We're going to go dry road conditions. I mean, yeah, it does not seem to want to work very well. Yeah, it's keeping the weather kind of where it's at, so switch to sunny. Instantly. There we go. And then that disables it. Perfect. Let's try this again. So I got to make sure I hit the instant thing if I use that. Okay. But when I disable it, it's just going to leave it where it's at. So I'm not sure if I do want to run it or not. Let me know, guys. What do you kind of think about that? Again, I don't know why they always set you off comfort mode for the traction control there. And I've never seen a barricade quite put up like that one before. So we got a couple of them ahead there. And one down over there, but I kind of want to try to avoid running into them when I can here, because we need to push for that evade time, which we got right there as we just rush into the wall up here. We managed to keep the car in pretty good condition overall, I'd state, and we got 4 out of 5 stars for that. There you go. Now we hit the pole. It was in good condition. Well, there we go. That's pretty good. And then that gives us 7,200 credits. Now that is nice. Getting us up there to level 2. Hit retry on accident there. Whoopsies. Let's go and abandon that though. I didn't mean to retry. We could run it like a bunch of times and get some money that way pretty good and easy, but yeah, let's see. We got next. Dangerous Speeds will be the next one to run. And because I think our time of day is stuck, I will have to fix that. There we go. Oh, did we do something to a tire there, or is that... It was kind of wobbly. I'm not sure, but we will get it fixed. We're going to go run this last one, then we'll go back over to the base of operations there. Minor accident there. A little aggressive on the throttle. Whoopsie. Trying to be more towards fuel efficient here. Doing almost 60 there, so a little bit on the quick side. Is going to slow down here to 30. Just going to kind of coast. And then I'll put on cruise control. There we go. Mod hasn't used the new fading light kind of a thing that we got, but that's okay. I'm sure it will in the future, and it will probably look epic. Yeah, we definitely got some like vibration type of a deal going on with the car here. Right, let's take a look. So we'll have the Bastion police vehicle here. And yeah, we'll go ahead and get this challenge started. 1 minute minimum amount of time. Ruckle Bastion. We need them to be heavily damaged and 1 countdown. It does not mention anything about us. So we'll go ahead and take a look at that here. All right, here we are. Had a phone call there for a quick second. And let's see. So yeah, as I said with our objectives, basically I want to go and ram that vehicle as hard as I can, as fast and as soon as I can, because we've got 1 minute to get this done. I should be able to, if I do this, yes, a sport mode would be perfect. That car is going to be fast. He's gotten ahead of us now. Let's see. He's getting away. Uh-oh. Trying to drive where I can kind of put some speed down here. Take that right-hand turn. No, darn it. Hitting our speed limiter of 124 as well. 40 seconds, and we're getting close here. We're coming up to this section. If it takes a right or a straight, it's pretty much done either way. Got my high beams. Shoot, I'm done. Yeah, we went over our time. I messed up that start. That's what really put us off on that. So let me try that again. I was thinking he was going to go straight, but he did not. So leave it in drive mode because I think it's actually going to help us accelerate a little bit better. There we are, 124 miles an hour again. Now we're actually catching up pretty good right here. It's starting to kind of pull a little bit there, so. And I broke his drive shaft good. There we go. Did not make the 1 minute mark. It seems like that's going to be a little bit of a challenge. But overall, we got 4 out of 5 stars. So that's pretty good. What do we get? 4,800 credits on that one. I have to see how I could get any faster. But the speed limiter is the issue that we're facing here. I don't know how I can get around to him a lot faster, you know. So that unlocks house arrest challenge. But before we head there, because that is going to be over in the suburbs location, we are here close enough. We can pretty much just turn around. Head straight on over to our Chinatown garage here. The cruise control with this car does not work great with the hills and everything, but yeah, we can shut off the motor though. Be able to just coast right on over to here. This hyper mileage is probably a little bit on the extra. Careful with the other car. Go. I do apologize about the reflections being all like shimmery. I'm not sure what that exactly is. It doesn't seem to be the car itself, but something there for sure. Let's go ahead and let's get that time of day running again. I don't know why it did not stay running. There we go. Now over to this guy. Part customization, all parts. And we got the 3-door hatchback. Of course, we got that good kind of stuff. Do we have... Is there the hybrid mileage type of tires on here at all? No, worn out tires and some other stuff. So there's nothing really too crazy we can do that way. Could put some sport parts onto it, lower it a little bit maybe. If it does lower it, doesn't look like it is though. About racing. Barely doing anything to it. So that's going to kind of stay. I think our tires would be better though to have something of a sport tire here. Only 70 credits, so I mean, that's pretty good. Out of that one. Our front fascia, do we have anything here? Nothing that could give us anything better that way. Got nothing for the bumper. Engine, though, is definitely going to be the big one. So we've got a couple of different ones in here we can definitely choose. And we could go down to the 1.6 liter diesel, because the diesels will do better. Of course, it's going to be unhappy because we have the gas fuel tank in here still. ECU should be fine. Exhaust, we'll go with this GT exhaust. Any bit more power is better, but without actually doing something like a turbocharger. Cone intake, that'll also help a little bit with sound-wise. And Stinger intake manifold is free. Ooh, custom header here. Transmission, we got the 4-speed manual. We can do a 5-speed manual. Give us a few more gears to choose from. Instead of being a 4-speed manual, because we're going to choose a manual definitely, but you know, we'll leave the flywheel the way it is. The front differential system, that should all be okay. Other than the drive ratio, we probably... I don't know if we're going to really lose too much on RPM, so we actually play with that, see how it feels first. We're going to take out some stuff as well in here to try and help. We can put in police equipment. Kilometers per hour, we're changing that to miles per hour, that way I can better see. Color will leave, lower dash, that looks like that has to stay. Passenger seat, empty. Side skirts. Yeah, that's just standard side skirts, nothing crazy. We could do a skid plate, but that'd be adding weight to it as well in a way. Front lip could help a bit. Do just a basic plastic front lip here. I'm not sure if we can really see it too well here. Yeah, there's a little bit of one in there. I could just barely see it, barely myself, so I'm not sure if you guys can quite see it. Try to get a little light onto that spot, but yeah, not too easy to see. Front bumper's going to be the kind of standard deal. We could do some underglow later on, maybe, if we wanted to. Front panel, that's going to stay. Our hood here. Do a carbon fiber hood, make it lighter again. And we don't have a carbon fiber tailgate. We do tinted glass, but that's about the only difference to that. Front suspension, we need to put these tires also to sport. Keep them kind of as they are, though, otherwise. And then glass itself, just tinted, that's all that there is. There's nothing lightweight for that either. And then we need to find that fuel tank. I have not seen that yet. Just go in here. Fuel tank, diesel fuel tank. There we go. I'm starting to wonder. I'm thinking of something here. So when we're really low on gas, just buy a new gas tank for like 150 credits of this car. It'd probably be cheaper than filling it up. Definitely will look into that in the future if I remember, but definitely want to. I didn't get the rear seats out. That's something else I wanted to do here. There's the rear seats. And empty. There we go. So we make her a little bit lighter. Now we can go ahead on over to our next segment here. Not this car, though. There we go. Hop on in, and it is going to be this one, I think right here? No, we did the lights, camera, action. We have the escape from home we did, and now we got to turn around and do it the other way and roll reversal on this one. So we'll set that there. Put our lights on. Definitely slow. This car is not great. See my throttle down there. The hills are really going to kill it here. So now this is where we can get kind of better with it. Yeah, we can see gear ratio is actually not bad. There we go. Get those high beams on so we can see what's pop on in. Ooh, I love the color of that. I didn't really notice that before. The color of the dash, that's nice. I love that color. Always love that. The white in the newer cars just doesn't, nah, don't like it. Not quick. We are making our way there. Well, I got my foot all the way down, so to speak. It's really my finger, real life, but BeamNG's foot's down. See that we lightened out the car a little bit. That should help us a little bit here. Okay, house arrest. So this is the opposite one. 40 seconds. We need to remain lightly damaged and stop them only once. Remember correctly, that intersection there by the highway would be the perfect spot to be. And of course, we got to get that out of comfort ESC mode there. Tried. Apparently still not too far damaged, so that's the good news there. 40 seconds is coming up here now, so got him pinned here. We'll get him, but I might retry. We didn't get our 40 seconds, and we did not get the other ones. We missed 2 of them. So let's go ahead. We'll retry that. This gives us a quick 3,000 credits, though, and our voucher. We'll retry again. We'll see if he gets stuck on something there. Or if I get him stuck somewhere here. That was the hope, at least. We didn't get our perfect stop. Dang. And didn't get her. Okay, we've got to retry again. 2 damage there. Seems like traffic, though, is definitely helping us out here. I don't think it's supposed to be on for this, but... Oh, that is really a pain. So you break a headlight, you are no longer lightly damaged. But your trunk could be damaged. You can pop open your trunk and you're still, lightly damaged. So, I mean... There we go. 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 You don't want to try to go straight, so that is the spot to pin him. I didn't get the 40 seconds, but I got our lightly damaged one there, so we got another voucher for that, I think. But yeah, there we go. Something pretty decent. Gets us another 300 credits right there. Nothing too crazy. Have to try to get that 40 seconds though at some point. Probably could do that again if I just rammed the car. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. So we can get a little bit more money out of it that way. For a second there, I thought it flipped us to the other one. Oh, that didn't work out the way I wanted it to. One more try. I just need to get this one, because this one should be really easy to get the All-Stars done here. Come on. There we go. There's our under 40-second win. Another 1,500 credits. Yeah, 1,800 more. I hit retry again. It's okay. Go like this, and then abandon, and then we can go ahead and see where we got next if we got any more. I think that's all of them for the police chase, though. Yes, for all the evading and chasing, that is all done. So, might look into, we got a little bit of money. I want to see how, excuse me, a little bit of a surprise hiccup kind of a deal there. What would it cost to, say, get seal brick here? So to purchase this would be 180,000. So we're like a little over a third of the way there. Should have some more milestones though. Yeah, 90 kilometers, 1250 credits. We got 10,000 on new vehicles there for a little bit more money back. 5,000 on vehicle parts, 10,000 on goods and services, 20,000 as well, and some stars. So almost to 69,000 credits. That's pretty awesome. But yeah, we're going to need 180,000 there, and I don't think the others are much more expensive or any cheaper, but they are more expensive. That's what I'm trying to say. So yeah. What else could we really do? We could go do some more delivery type of stuff here with the other car. That would be an interesting one to look at. Maybe that's what we will do. We'll go ahead and grab the other car. Actually, Could try doing some car jockey though too. Eventually I want to make this into a little race car as well. But for now this is yeah, what we got. See how much speed we get down this. Oh boy. Catch a little air? Oh yeah. Gotta go to the right though. I did go one too far. There we go. Go ahead and grab our LD here. And we'll find some packages to run around or something like that at least. Because we get that leveling up, then that means you could definitely get the T-Series and stuff set up, but could look into a T-Series if I grab the expansion garage over there, which maybe I will. Since we're going to get out on the right side of the car, just have that ready. There we go. This would be 75,000 credits, so we actually can be, yeah, kind of like getting close to being able to do that, so we could definitely look into doing that this episode. We got another 20-ish minutes here, it looks like. I think we can manage to get that going. A little bit too fast over that, I will admit. I messed up the bumper a little bit, but I think we'll be all right. These are all going to be food orders, but what I'm curious to see is, well, no space. I could have sworn I had cargo space for this kind of stuff. Did I not? Could have sworn I put some cargo space in the car. Did I? I probably didn't. Probably getting confused with the vanilla mode there. But it definitely would be advantageous to do that, but I think, well, let's turn around again. Head down this way. We'll go over to the car dealership, see if we can do some car jockey then instead. Traffic is very quiet at night, and I like it that way. I went and drove right past it, didn't I? Well, I came out and didn't take a left. Wow, I am not doing great here, that's for sure. Alright, we got 4 vehicle transports. Let's turn off my car quick. The car jockey stuff. Yeah, we don't have anything that we can do here. Yeah, there's nothing we can do here because these are all higher at level 4. I know Riches is going to not have anything either. So probably gonna have to go up and over to like exhaust shop, etc. there. Wondering where all that traffic has gone to. Look at this though, yeah, time is actually moving, that's good. That was a whoopsie. We're still steering straight, and we got some of our headlighting available yet. Just one half, so yeah. That really came out of nowhere. I don't understand it, but alrighty. I know I did shift wrong, but yeah. There we go. We got some down here. See how we got a all-wheel drive LD that needs to go here over to the other side. Go ahead and take that on over. We'll see if we can pick one up to return or go somewhere else. Now, if they did something like battery draw and everything in that, oh, you need to do that. You can get some vehicles that do that kind of a deal. This one's better than my car in some ways. It's all-wheel drive, so there's that. Clutch is a little bit worn, though, it seems. Yeah, there should definitely be something here for us. We'll drop that off. It's going to give us a screen here. Whoa. Okay. Something new of a bug, something that has been broken. I'm just going to do Windows, Shift, and S. Allows me to grab this quick. There we go. So that way I can save that. It looks like it didn't give us anything, though. Yeah, we're at 68,938 like we were before. So we got no money for that. And we did but didn't drop off the vehicle. Yeah, something happened here to where it kind of bugged itself out a bit here, so where is it? Career paths? No. Where would our inventory itself be now? How do we do that? We don't have it in there. Map. You can see our one ongoing task thing is kind of bugged out over there. I don't think... Oh. I just hit the key for that is what I did. It's E, and being right next to the W key kind of irritates me a little bit, but yeah, that's my skill. I'm just not great at doing that. So we're going to try another one. And they're going to take... This guy goes over to the suburbs, it looks like. And then we'll retrieve our vehicle. And yeah, so it allows us to do this. Very strange that the other car had, like, broken it. But if this breaks it, then we know that we can't do kart jockey. Oh, my gosh. This is going to be difficult. This is going to the suburbs, so let's take that little shortcut that goes alongside the track over here. Rather than going all the way around through the city and everything. Woohoo. Yeah, that shifting is bad. How many miles does this thing have on it? 295,000? It's a little bit nuts. Wow. And I know this is a base model 4-cylinder on the sounds of it. Yeah, 2.2 is the 4-cylinder model, but this thing is worn out. Boy, oh boy. Hold together. Kind of fly in here with the van, but gotta make sure it's still working good, right? It's first gear full throttle and it just doesn't have anything. I could almost push it faster than it would go in that low of an RPM in first gear. I can hear, yes, so something has definitely gotten messed up because I can hear, but we don't have any traffic. So we'll drop this off. It seems like there's some issue that has occurred, I would guess, with missions. Or maybe a mod that I'm using, I'm not sure. I could, so what we'll do is we'll hit the console here. We pull out the debug and the info. Yeah, I don't really see anything too crazy here. It's given us some issues here for ground models and tire utilities for that, for tire thermals and wear. And then the errors are really nothing there, but as far as info, I'm not seeing anything either here that necessarily would do anything. Yeah, nil action triggered. So something broke it. I'm not sure if it was necessarily missions or what, but we'll drop this off. Okay, yeah, we still got these cars here, which is from the mission. So the mission itself seems to have broken it. So I'll definitely have to pass that along. But yeah, I don't know what exactly has occurred here. It's very strange. So we drop this off. Yes, we get that again. Slight damage. We lost a little bit. It did give us some money and stuff there. It looks like, I mean, basically nothing, but it still is broken. So what I will do, save quick, main menu, free roam. We go to the flat grid here. We'll reload the career. And then everything should be back up and running. But then, again, I'm thinking it's related to that mission, but I'm not 100% sure. I was not doing any form of watching on that kind of stuff. So take a sip of my juice here. I got some mango juice today. And let our career mode kind of go. We can see the UI down there that I added, but that's not in for career mode because I was questioning whether or not it's accurate fully. So just use that to kind of see what I could find on the vehicle situation. I want to see if we're getting any errors starting this up though. So if we get rid of the blue, green, and yellow, it might be a little bit slow to catch up with me. Are also loading everything in here. Do not read properties of undefined for tire thermals and wear. Stock mirror. That's the other vehicle, that little tiny thing, if I remember correctly. But yeah, we got a couple of issues with that. That should be basically nothing that causes any actual issue. We're just going to take a ride. Maybe. Depends on if he lets us or not. Kind of hoping. I think I damaged his car enough. No, come back. That's okay. We're going to go ahead and other quick actions. I want a taxi. I want to retrieve my favorite vehicle, which is NA now. Why would that be? Our vehicles, they got put away? What happened? So I made it back up before I loaded this, so I'm happy there. If anything has happened, then that would kind of stink. But yeah, I go ahead, free cam ourselves over to where garage is at. Which I think it's over here. Over here. Yeah, we've got one car here. So we hit F11. Pause the game. Hit Alt W. Hit F11. There we go. So I'm very confused. Needs repair. Yes. Oh my gosh. We use one of our vouchers and our accident forgiveness and all that. We are up to 69,000. We need 75,000, and I really wanted to get that here. So let's go ahead, put that away, grab our car, and I just need to figure something here. See if we can have any storage added here. So we put cargo, no cargo parts. Okay. So no cargo parts here. Gonna have to find something other than cargo to run. And the jockeys, I mean, that would take a while. So let's go find a mission. Just one quick. That should give us something of a decent amount of money here. Parking ones are not too bad. 1350, 1350, 1350. All of these have done. Look at our time trials. There's 6,000 down there. I get Logistics Legend going. Yes, let's head on over there. We'll do that one. Go. Gonna get ourselves on over there as quick as we can. Without picking up a ticket here. A little bit quick there. Sorry, Covet. I'm getting through here real quick. I need to get on over to back out a mission so we can hopefully get the Chinatown garage here. Didn't want to buy it, but I figure it's extra vehicle slots to take. Oh my, what? Did you guys catch that? Oh my gosh, what? It absolutely pinged him. Just like he caught my tire and flew. That's insanely hilarious right there. I just, really? Alright, not the solar sprint one. Uh-oh. Okay, nothing's broken. Good. Nothing's too broken. Logistics Legend. So that's where we can take the issue BX series, but like I said, I've done this one in the past 2 seasons, so if you guys really want to see some challenging stuff with that, go check those out. We're just going to take the ETK here, though. Get the lights on, all the goodies. This should give us that money that we really want here. A little bit late there on the braking, so it just barely survived. I want to kind of hit it like this. Oh, very late there. Ooh. What was that weirdness? The camera kind of jumped there. Excited I didn't mess up any steering. Nope, we should be okay. Just gotta watch my braking. Gotta remember these tires are very not great considering the car's performance and capability. Now my steering is crooked. All I did is went over the curb and then my steering went crooked. I guess in that event. Try again. One more shot. We got one more shot to do this. Let's go. Don't let me down now, car. Oh, that traction control did let me down. Okay. We're still early. Come on. Turning that traction control off will let this thing squeal and slide and everything else. I think it'll do a lot better. Won't have things fighting me and I can actually kind of drift it. Yeah, just perfect. There, oh boy. First lap, beautiful. Well, much better now without anything fighting me. Just thinking it would help, but it really didn't. Smooth, a little bump over the curb though. Bit of a wiggle from the rear end getting a little bit loose. I could do a 360 across the line here. Well, not quite, but got a 180 there. It puts me right like that. There we go. We didn't get our 53.5 second lap time, though. We were just a bit over half a second over on that, so not quite there. As far as rewards, we got 6 grand. Boom. We'll have 171 credits, though, if we do it. So, of course, next episode, we're going to a little bit of more money, and then we'll buy it, and then we can start working towards getting the T-Series itself. But, yeah. As far as our little hiccup, I'm not sure exactly what that was. Now we'll go ahead and switch back over to being a bit more chill and relaxed. Take the car on back. Try to save a bit on the fuel with the car here again. We're in kilometers per hour on the screen, so Boy, I was just about to punt 2 of them here. These guys are like little footballs on wheels, I swear. Boy, it's so tempting. It's just always so tempting to do it. And he's left his blinker on. Rolled it right over. I didn't even really try. Stuck at the red light. Got 2 of the little things up there, so we might even not make it through a green here. We'll see though. We're gonna try, that's for sure. Yeah, we're never gonna make it through. Oh, well, maybe we would have, but I want to go ahead and get on over here. Don't want to run too long today. Not like a video I was watching earlier. It's more of a like documentary / news type of a thing, but I was watching it and then I realized this thing is 3 hours long, like 2 hours, 58 minutes. I was like, holy cow, I watched it. I enjoyed it, but I did not expect it to be like a feature-length film. You know, it's just nuts. I like that the shifter also is animated. So, okay, there we go. I was wondering if it was going to return to neutral center. It does. Past it. Kind of hard for me to remember. It's been a little bit since we've been down here, and this little narrowness to it kind of makes it difficult too. There we go. All right. I think that is going to wrap up our episode here for today. We do have the money technically to go get the other garage, but I still would want to have about 5,000 in comfort room here. And my controller is also starting to get low on battery, so it is one of those type of deals. Just got to get ready to wrap up. If you guys enjoyed today's episode, make sure to hit the like button. If you want to see more BeamNG content, you can subscribe. You can also look down in my description. I've got a couple other YouTubers down there, as well as information with the RLS and other mods. And my Discord is linked down there. But that'll be it for today's episode, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.